All right, y'all. We're going to get ready and pass it over to GlitchCat for Return to Subcon. Again, this is a great ROM hack. You can play this. I'm sure he'll give you the information so you all can put this yourselves, man. I would definitely say give it a try. Even if you're not really a Kaizo Mario player, it's just really cool. I'm not going to spoil it all. Just watch him play. He'll explain it. He's fantastic. All right, so coming up is Return to Subcon.
Check. What's up, guys? Hello. I am GlitchCat7, and I am really excited to be able to present this today. Thank you guys so much for having me. This is so cool. This is Return to Subcon, and I made this. Smiley face. This is a hack of Super Mario Bros. 2, USA, not Doki Doki Panic, Super Mario Bros. 2. And I made this, and it's pretty cool. This was made with a brand new Super Mario Bros. 2 editor created by D to the 4th. And we'll have some links so you guys can learn more about that if you want to check it out. So get ready for some shame if I happen to die in my own game or anything. There's a lot to talk about here, and I'm going to try to cover most of it. The story of this game is the story of making this game. Everybody in Subcon was sad that they didn't get noticed anymore, and D4 and some friends came and transformed it into a brand new world. So I'm going to get ready to get started, and I can turn my own game volume down just a little tiny bit there. I'm going to get ready to get started, and we're going to just count it down here. So in 3, 2, oh, we got to start. Hang on real quick before we start. This game has a custom save feature that was built in by D4. So unlike the original Mario 2, you can save your game at any level, so you can continue or new game. We're going to start a new game, and time will begin when I start that. So I'm going to count that down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, first things first, you will notice that all of these levels have only one character available, and I wanted each of the levels to kind of show off the individual characters' powers. So we're going to start out with a Mario level, and that's going to be a lot of platforming and stuff, and it's going to teach us a couple of the basic things in this game, like bombs and tossing these vegetables to kill these panzer enemies, and of course, surfing on some shells, which is really fun and will factor in a little bit later. Every time you transition screens, that's a checkpoint. Unlike Super Mario World, there are no like little checkpoint gates or anything. And you're also going to see some custom sprites. There was one in the first level. This new editor is capable of making sprites with custom behavior, custom hitboxes, and things like that. Most prominently among them, the Shy Guys that you can't pick up. We'll see those a little bit later, but right now, we're getting into the first Birdo fight. And if you remember from Super Mario Bros. 2, there can be 3 colors of Birdos, red, pink, and green. And I have put a green Birdo in here, and we're going to try a little speed trick that I sort of messed the setup up for a little bit here. We're going to do 1 veggie. There we go. Oh, you need to go around and get 3 to get 3 shots on Birdo, but if you're quick, you can do that strat from the original SMB2 and kill Birdo with only 1 veggie. So here we are in 1-2. This is the Luigi level, the first one in the game, and this is going to show off Luigi's powers a little bit. I thought that these big floaty jumps that Luigi does are just so fun, so I had to use them everywhere in this level. So we're going to be doing a lot of these crouch jumps and a lot of sort of big floaty jumps. And there is an intended strat for this. Here's one of the custom sprites. This is not the intended strat. You're supposed to use that hoopster to kill that purple death guy, but you can just jump around it. I built in a lot of speed strats for this game while I was making the real game. That purple snippet is a custom sprite. I call it a death guy. You can't pick it up, touch it, or anything without taking damage. And now we're going to go over here and free this key, and if I did it right, which I did not, I had a little bit of a minor time save there, but we can just grab the key, throw it, and now you can either do it the fast way or the slow way, which I just did the slow way. kill those 2 sparks. Now we get into the Luigi Birdo fight, and it's the same thing as the previous Birdo fight. You can do a 1 vegetable strat with this, but it is much harder because of that low ceiling. So in this one, we're actually just going to hunt down all 3 of these vegetables. Oops, took a little bit of damage there. That's okay, though. We've got to be a little bit safer with Birdo here. Birdo will shoot 3 fires before jumping. So there's 1, 2, 3, and we'll just time that right. Get right in there and get that orb. So now we're moving into 1-3. This is the first Peach level. And I know everybody really likes Peach in this game. Everybody mains her, so I wanted to make this extra cool. There's a property of Peach's float that I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with before they play this game. It's that jumping, not landing, refreshes your floats. So if you jump without floating at all, you can engage your float at any point, just like I did right there. If you use your float at all, you'll have to jump again to get another one, and we're going to refresh the float on the shell right there. Mid-air float with the shell. Oops, take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. Super Mario Bros. 2 has this interesting thing where you get at least 2 hit points, and you could get more with mushrooms. And rather than force the player to just never take damage ever, I thought it was a kind thing to do to allow them 1 extra hit. And that also means that for the speed run, you have 1 damage boost that you can use anywhere you want. So here's this Mouser fight, and I thought I'd do a little swag bomb jump for you guys there. This Mouser behaves pretty much like the original Mouser. It is really tough to recontextualize these bosses in new settings because their behavior is so hard-coded for the particular room that they're in. So it can be a little bit tricky to come up with something really super fresh for these bosses, but I tried my best. World 2, we're into World 2 now. This is Toad. You'll remember in the original game, the World 2 was also the desert level. I tried a little skip there, didn't get it. It would allow me to skip through this. This quicksand is fast, and on the other side it's slow, making it a little bit easier to get under that ledge right there. And we're going to grab a bomb, gonna do a little bit of a run. There is a secret room in this level. If you play this game for yourself, see if you can find it. And I got the slow fish cycle. That's a global cycle for the fish. Now we're going to collect cherries. In the original SMB2, collecting 5 cherries will spawn a superstar. And we're going to need that for the end of this. But first we have to do a little bit of digging with Toad here. I wanted all of these levels in Return to Subcon to feel thematically similar to the originals. So you get digging levels with Toad and jumping levels with Luigi, etc. We're going to wait for this little snippet here because we got to grab 1 more cherry. And now we're going to use this bomb to cross this gap. And okay, we got the superstar now, so we just want to make sure we pick it up. And now we're going to do a little bit of a superstar run part here. Dig that. Oops. Okay, well, we still can get this. Dig the dirt out, grab the bomb, throw the bomb in there. We're going to blow up the door, and we're in. Now, this is the Birdo fight, and this is a little bit different than the Birdo fight that you just saw. This time, we're going to be getting cherries because there are no enemies to throw at Birdo. Now, there is a skip in this fight, which I was not aware of at the time. So what I'm actually going to try to do here, just to kind of show this off, I'm going to do the fight the intended way. We're going to get the magic orb, and we're going to open the door. But then I'm actually going to try the skip just to show you what actually gets skipped in this level. I don't know if I can get this or not, and it's kind of complicated to explain, so let's just see if we can do some magic here. Nope. Nope. Well, alright, I'm going to do the fight the intended way now, and I'll explain how the skip works. So, it's possible to crouch jump off of a vine, and you can get your head stuck in the ceiling. And if you climb a vine over a screen transition, you go to whatever exit is defined. In this case, because we're on the same screen as the hawk mouth, that middle vine up there, we're on the same screen as the hawk mouth, and since the hawk mouth is coded to go to the next area, if I were to climb the vine right there, that middle vine, climb that up off the ceiling by doing a crouch jump through it, I would climb directly into the next area. But not for me. Dev can't play his own game, so we'll have to do this Luigi level the intended way. You know, I mean, I made this. I don't want to skip any content. I want to show you guys the game as intended. I don't think devs are allowed to use use secrets and warps. You know, that's in the Kaizo code. We got to play our own game. But this level is pretty straightforward. Just some vine jumping with Luigi, and I'm actually going to be a little bit safe. You can just jump up there, but I'm just going to kill that little ninja. And you could do a vine jump over on the clouds, but let's not die. and we'll get up here. So there is a secret room in this area. When Andrew G, notable speedrun personality Andrew G, first played this game, I didn't know about the vine clips off the ceiling, so he actually clipped through the vines in that screen over there and got to sort of a no man's land type of area. So in the 1.1 version, I actually put a secret GG room in that area just for Andrew G because he found it. Now, I'm going to do the same thing here with these cherries. This is the same Birdo fight as before, ouch, except for you got to go around as Luigi and get these cherries. There is another available ceiling clip here, and I guess I could try to show it off, but I feel like I'm 0 for 1 right now, so if you guys don't mind me wasting a little bit of extra time, let's see if I can show this the ceiling clip off. So Luigi has a few more frames to vine jump than any other character, and hey, we got it. All right, so now we're going to use the the kill code here. And I'm going to hold select, I'm going to go back to the screen, I'm going to reset, continue, and I got out of that soft lock, and now I'm in 2-3. So normally what you would do for that Birdo fight is you would just not collect the cherries and just go right over there and do that clip. I just wanted to show off the intended strats. Everybody remembers Fanto, he's chasing you with this key, and you know, this is a desert world, but the boss of this area has been hoarding all the water for himself, so we got to go in and take him out here. And we're coming up on a really cool trick. I actually really like this. I have the damage boost, so I, in theory, could just skip this, but Dev's got to do the intended strat. So we'll throw that shell and jump right over like that. And now, grab the magic orb. And we're going in to fight Triclyde. Now again, the behavior of these bosses is just difficult to recontextualize. They pretty much just behave the way that they were programmed to behave, so making a new and interesting room to fight them in was a really cool challenge of design. I thought that Triclyde room was alright. It's fairly fun. Go around, throw the veggies, and so this is cool. Everybody loves this level. 3-2 or 3-1 in the original SMB2 was the infinite waterfall level, and so I made this be another infinite waterfall level. There's a little bit of manipulation you have to do with this flying carpet to get through. You move a little bit slower when you're on it and faster when you jump off of it, so to get through like that, you have to kind of jump off it. And now we're going to do this vertical climb section. I think this is probably one of the toughest sections in the game. You're using a lot of crouch jumping to get through areas, and this Bezo climb, this was actually D4's idea, but okay. Well, it's okay. We can go back up the mountain. But we gotta get climb on these Bezos. One thing about this game, which is interesting, is that your hitbox is smaller when you're crouching than when you're big, and you can use that to get through some tight areas. These Bezos actually try to generate where you are, so you can kind of bait them to show up where you want by jumping and hovering like that a little bit. And generally, they kind of try to fly towards you. This section gave people a lot of trouble. This is one of the most notorious sections in here. And this room over here is a checkpoint. I'm just doing that to show it off. There is an extra heart in there. I thought it was cruel to make them do more level after that annoying Bezo climb, so they get a checkpoint. Of course, the speedrun, a good speedrun, would skip it, or potentially, you know, go back down and get that heart. But I think we can make it. I hope we can make it. And sometimes that porcupine up there despawns. You get kind of lucky if that happens, but this time it didn't. So we're gonna have to charge a jump here and wait for it, go! Alright, I thought this level was really difficult, so I did not include a boss. Not all the levels in real SMB2 have a boss either. Some of them just give you a free orb room. And this one, oh gosh, this is the level where everybody has a really rough time with this game. If I could go back, I would nerf this a little bit. At the time when I made this, I just thought, yeah, they'll be fine. They've been through 2 worlds already. They'll have no trouble. But we're going to be taking damage and collecting these hearts to keep refilling our power. Crouch jump there to grab this heart, and this is a really tricky move here. Throw that block and jump up, grab this heart, and now it's not done yet even. I should have ended the level right there, but I gave a couple more obstacles. Grab this heart now. The door over there you can see is on spikes. There's 3 options for this. I'm going to try the medium option. And I did not get it. Haha, shows what I get. Good job, Dev. So we'll do the ride of shame next time. What I was setting up for, there are 3 options at the end of that section. Option number 1 is the fastest. I told you this level's hard, man. Look at it. Look at this being hard. See, you know, next time you guys are dying on this, just remember that I also die on this. I will donate some money for every death that I take after this run, and that was just to get a little bit more time and a little bit more money for charity. We really want to see that Grand Poo World run from Laser Belch later, so get those donations in, homies. But yeah, so eventually I'm not going to die here, and we're going to get to the end, and there are 3 options available for time saves at the end of this. The first option, which is the fastest, is to do a death, and then you do a vine jump, get in the door that way, and the second option, which I tried, was to throw that Shy Guy down and do a double jump with the Shy Guy, and that is a property in... Oh my gosh! Okay, alright, look. That's a property in real SMB2. If you jump inside an enemy's hitbox, you get a double jump, and you can jump again out of midair. Dude, I should have nerfed this level, man. I really... If I could go back and nerf this level, it would really help me out right now. But that just goes to show you, like, this is a tough game. I wanted it to be a good challenge, but not too terribly difficult. So hopefully we can get out of here. Let's see, we gotta snipe this Shy Guy out. If I don't kill him like that, I'm not able to jump up from below. Alright, so we're gonna do the slow strat here to make sure we get this. Okay, we really gotta wait now. So this is the Ride of Shame, and I designed this intentionally because I wanted to give you an option and some choices with the speed run. So the easy strat is slow, and the faster strat is more difficult, obviously. So you have to risk to save a little bit of time. We finally got in here. We finally got in the door. And now we're going to do this kind of an auto-scroll section. This is a custom Shy Guy down below me, and he is a little bit faster than a normal Shy Guy, and also you can't pick him up. So that means that you can't accidentally hurt yourself on these spikes here. This move gave everybody a lot of trouble. We're going to pick the shell up, throw the shell again, jump over that, and that one-up sandwich down there is what prevents you from crouching on the shell and just riding straight through. And that's it. We finally did it. We finally got out of the notorious 3-2, and now we're going into 3-3, and this is the first level with predominantly custom stuff. These bouncy mushrooms were not in the original, and these death guys once again. So I want to actually avoid that bounce shroom right there so I don't get popped back up. And we're going to bounce on these shrooms real quick and get through here and do a big jump, shell ride. Now I'm going to try the fast strat, because why not? And I got it. All right. That saves a little bit of time. Now we're going to fight the Red Birdo fight. And pro tip for those looking for the world record, ouch. As long as you don't die, this fight has some time to save on it. Again, this is a custom red Shy Guy down below there, so you can't pick him up. And we just want to grab the eggs and throw them back. But occasionally, some of these eggs are going to be fire, so I want to watch out for that. And there's a great troll that I love at the end of this. Oh, I died. Oh, gosh. Shame. Money for charity. I'm going to have to do that again. And so the troll works in the following way. When the door appears, and it makes that little jingle that plays before the door appears, everything on the screen freezes. So Toad will freeze, and you won't be able to control him. However, the red Shy Guy below you will still be walking. And just like that, it can walk out from under you. So imagine if you're small, and you get to the door, you finally beat the boss, and then and the Shy Guy just walks out from under you and you die. I gotta say, I laugh every single time I see somebody fall for that one. It made me laugh when I was making it. I found it accidentally, and I've always thought that if I just start busting out laughing when I'm making something, that I know I'm on the right track. So 4-1, we're doing Luigi jumps again, and we're crouching. D4 in his infinite wisdom actually added a 3-frame buffer to the crouch input in case your controller drops frames while you're doing that sliding section. And we're going to take the rocket from the punk rock whale. And now, you guys have seen Big John's stream, so you know about the Price is Right. So we want to do a little bit of curling right here. We want to get close to the shell without going over and without losing our damage boost, which would, of course, allow us to continue the level. But as a scrub who has never played this game before, I've got to try this section again. You have to kind of tap jump to keep your momentum here. And I wasn't going to make that jump. So let's try the backup strat here. You can still keep moving. And now this little flurry is going to be coming after us. And I can't do the cheese coming up here, so this other little flurry, he lives in this this spike pit up here, but we got to lure him over. And the end of this level is actually kind of scary, so I might be busting out the wallet again to donate for these deaths. We're going to try the Big John slide, and we got it. Very good. And now, of course, the off slide, where we crouch on top of the shell, bowl through these guys. Now, all you have to do here is not jump, and you don't soft lock. We call that the off lock, because he discovered one day, Author Blues discovered that you can totally get soft locked in there. So we have a death code in case you do. And this level is one of my favorites. This is my Celeste inspired level. You're moving fast, and you gotta use these eggs to keep yourself going here. So Birdo shoots the egg, and you just want to follow it. First section down. Oops, gotta get up the vine. Second section coming up, and now there's no more Birdos, but there are these eggs. And we're gonna be making a quick route here. Oops, all right, I was gonna try a little time save, but instead I have to get this egg. The real damage boost is to skip that Shy Guy that I just killed, but taking damage early means you can't get that. And a little bit of tricky platforming here to get out. And we'll grab the orb. And we're going to be on our way. We're going to be on our way to 4-3. And this is everybody's favorite level. They all have a great time here. Everybody one-shots this one. There's a trope in Super Mario World Kaizo, which I play a lot, of the 5-room castle, which is 5 rooms, and if you die, you have to go all the way back to the beginning. And since vases in this game are the only type of screen transition that doesn't checkpoint you, look out. So we have made a 5-room castle in this. And so the trick with this one is actually just to go way to the right and keep these little guys away from yourself. And now these fireballs are going to loop around the screen. I'm being a little bit more careful here. There's a quicker cycle. Fun fact, these are actually vertical levels, but they're one-screen vertical levels, so you wrap around. And now everybody's favorite boss, this Fry Guy. Now, my original conception of this fight was that you would only do it with that mushroom block. And I didn't give them these 2 other veggies up here. Imagine how bad that would be when these little guys start to split up and, oh no, get aggressive, oh no. Okay, now, I'm in trouble here, but that's okay, because I got these little safe areas on the side. Okay, I'm in bad trouble here, and I've just got to get some traction here. Oh, jeez. So this is why everybody loves this room. I think everybody has just the most fun ever with this room. They love when they die and go back to the start. They get down to one little Fry Guy, and everybody has a great time when they die and have to go all the way back to the start. It's a really great level. I suggest try it out for yourself. Now, in the interest of brevity, we are skipping Worlds 5 and 6. I thought that would be too long for the game. So here we are at World 7 already. The run is almost done. And this is another Mario stage, a little bit of platforming. And watch out for the warts bubbles there. You gotta wait for this fish. I really, really, really wanted to use the conveyor belts, but they're only available in World 7. I really wanted to have a conveyor belt level, and I think this section came off all right, fairly decent. And we're gonna make our way to the boss right before the main boss. I really wanted to have this fight in. I tried forever to make a good room to fight this flying hawkmouth. And in the end, none of my ideas worked, and I just said, hey, heck it, let's just put in a bunch of boxes for them to jump on. And it turned out really well, and it made an interesting fight, so sometimes you just gotta heck your designs. All right, chat, pick a character. I want you to choose my fighter. I'm going to go with the first one I see. You can pick your character for the final fight against Wart, and I want to know who I'm supposed to be picking here. I'm going to go with the first one I see. Or I'm just going to randomly pick one because we're giving up a lot of time for this. Heck it, I'm going with Peach. Sorry. Sorry, I went with Peach. Peach is my fighter. So this is the Wart fight here. Again, it's kind of tough to recontextualize these fights, so this will function pretty much the same as regular Wart. Peach will allow us to get a little bit of a hit on him when he's in the back here. This fight can go really quickly, or it can take quite a long time, and I just took some damage, which is not, which is actually a very complex RNG manipulation, actually, and that'll make sure that I don't die to my own troll at the end of this, which I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet, but you'll see. This is pretty much the standard behavior for Wart. the Great Wart Ho Ho Ho, all he does is walk around and shoot these bubbles. He does not like to eat his veggies, doesn't want to eat them, but if you actually just hit him anytime, anywhere on his body while his mouth is open, you will register a hit. And I got to be a little bit more careful here because I don't want to get tagged by these bubbles. But so I can actually aim for his belly, sort of like that. And as long as his mouth is open, you can just damage him, which is pretty cool. So you don't even have to feed him. You just throw the veggies directly into his belly. But pretty standard, just a typical wart fight. Again, it's tough to change their behavior. So you just I kind of had to just make the same room as the vanilla game, but a little bit more challenging. And hopefully, all right, now, everybody thinks they're home free right now, and everyone's like, yo, we beat it, we did it, that's it. But check it out, and I laugh every time, the tiny door, you got to make it in the tiny door, and that is time. And of course, my timer didn't stop. And that is time. This has been Return to Subcon. Thank you guys so much for letting me share this at the marathon. Again, this was made by myself. The world record on it, I believe at this time, is held by 8-Bit Ethan. And this was made with SMB2 Edit, a brand new program created by D to the 4th. And you can check that out at d4.space. Again, I just really want to thank you guys for having me. It's a real honor. Big John is one of my favorite streamers, and this is such a great marathon. Nothing but Mario and Sonic. I really, really just appreciate the chance to be here today. Let's get those donations in, too, guys. Let's get them coming because we really want to see that Grand Poo World run with Noble Tofu later tonight. Thank you, guys. It's been a blast. I really appreciate it. Let's keep a really cool marathon running, and let's get the next run in here, dude. Thank you guys so much for having me. I'll see you next time.
You know, don't you just love Noble Tofu, how you just got auditioned to play another game? Yeah, apparently we just turned Grand Poo World into a race between Noble Tofu and Laser Bilge. Man, there's bumping up the hype of that one. You know? So, yo, as always, man, fantastic job by GlitchCat7. Again, follow GlitchCat7. Follow all these people, but GlitchCat7, the creator of this game, and if you need to find another runner who plays Kaizo Mario ROM hacks, come to think of it, where the Kaizo Luigi ROM hacks? Just saying it. But make sure you give him some love. Make sure you join his channel. Join his Discord. They'll help you out get a copy of the game so you all can play it yourselves and enjoy it.